All right, boy, get up. We have minimal time for this Viva on the Street update. I told my wife I was walking the dog, which I am. Hey, wife. But I'm also, oh, how's it going? But I'm also doing a Viva on the Street update on the Rittenhouse trial because today was a monumental day, a momentous day, a gut-wrenching day, because the story of the day is that they called Kyle Rittenhouse to testify despite all of the clamoring of the talking head lawyers on YouTube, despite all of the polls. The defense called Kyle Rittenhouse to testify, and Kyle Rittenhouse testified. Are they calling Kyle? Because he just stood up and someone
That's what he said. They're calling Kyle Rittenhouse.
Now, we'll see whether or not this works out in the long run. My personal impression of the testimony is that it was exquisite testimony, and I'm not saying this to be biased or partial. Rittenhouse had better answers for Binger's questions than Binger's questions were good questions to begin with.
You intended to kill him, correct?
I didn't intend to kill him. I intended to stop the person who was attacking me and trying to, oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah.
But whether or not it works out in the end, this is still a gamble more akin to putting your life savings on black on the roulette table and then, winning. And you say, well, the net positive was good, so therefore the gamble must have been worth it. No. It was an unnecessary gamble by all accounts. We'll see if it pays off or if it doesn't, but it was an unnecessary gamble. Now, ordinarily, that would be the story of the day, but Kyle Rittenhouse testifying is not the story of the day. The hashtag #disbarbinger is the story of the day and was the highlight of the day's trial. Binger, to say he got admonished by the judge would be the legalese way of saying he got spanked, humiliated, reprimanded, shouted at, quite literally by the judge.
I don't believe you.
You came in with a wrecking ball.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And you say that you were acting in good faith? Wow. I don't believe that, okay? Not for you.
For me. Oh, shit.
Oh.
My understanding of
You should have come and asked.
Oh, my God.
I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence.
Oh, my God.
That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, well, I'll leave it at that.
Because Binger is a prosecutor. The principle of prosecution is that you're not seeking conviction, you're seeking justice. And when the prosecutor is out more seemingly looking for a conviction than justice itself, arguably justice is not being served, and Binger is out for a conviction, no holds barred. So in cross-examination of Kyle Rittenhouse, you're biting my pants again. In cross-examination of Kyle Rittenhouse, Binger at one point in time in his line of questioning was trying to highlight Rittenhouse's silence on the incidents of that evening in order to hold it against him in front of the jury. This is akin to holding the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not self-incriminate against the individual, against him. And apparently it's a big, big no-no, and apparently to anyone with any experience in law, it is a known no-no. And the judge did not take kindly when the defense, through Richards, raised an objection to Binger ostensibly, seemingly undeniably, trying to hold Rittenhouse's silence of the incident over time against him before the jury, and the judge let him have it, but how?
After all of that now, you are telling us your side of the story, correct?
Correct.
That's objectionable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please don't talk about the case.
Binger might just be a idiot.
Binger's going to get
Bring him.
roasted.
Yeah, he's about to get
roasted.
I've seen this before. This is going to be good.
This is not good.
This is not
You
good.
cannot.
Okay. Well, let's listen in.
Sorry.
Yeah, Binger's about to
We're all
get
just so excited.
Well, the jury's walking out.
The jury's walking out.
Yeah,
They're not
I know.
talking.
Yeah,
The jury's
the
walking
judge
out.
dismissed the jury.
We'll spot the black.
The reason why the judge is dismissing a jury because this is so bad. That's why.
Because he's
The reason
gonna
why-
get
knows he just did something bad. He had a sheepish look to the side.
And
Because
the
he
jury
got objected to the first
knows.
time, and then he went again to say, this is the first time you've talked. He has a right to remain silent. Don't be a
Exactly.
scummy prosecutor. What the fuck are you doing?
He's pissed.
Be better. I'm pissed.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Binger might
You
figure
need to account for this.
mistrial is not so bad from Binger's
Your Honor.
perspective.
I don't want
Oh no, it's over.
Yeah, no, put
Jeopardy
it on the
attached.
mic.
Hold on,
Get
hold
on
on.
the mic.
commenting on my client's right to remain silent.
Yep.
Your Honor,
Yep.
I'm making the point that After hearing everything
never
in the
spoken.
case, now he's tailoring his story to what has already been introduced.
The problem,
To the evidence.
this is a grave constitutional violation for
Yes.
you to talk about the defendant's
Judge is pissed.
silence.
Be sanctioned.
And that is, and you're right. You're right on the borderline.
A grave
Hey.
constitutional violation.
Oh, come on.
You may be over, but it better
Yeah.
stop.
Yes, you may
Well
be
over it.
Now, a lot of people watching this are saying, well, okay, the judge let him have it. It's great. It's embarrassing for Binger. It's going to show him. He's going to be mocked and humiliated on the social medias. But mainstream media being what it is, you knew and could predict how certain mainstream media outlets would reframe that as in, judge loses his mind, judge overreacts, judge is biased, judge is out of control, judge needs to be sanctioned. And lo and behold, they did that in short order. Washington Post was saying that the judge's decision was now coming under scrutiny, but the judge rightly said, this is 40 to 50 year established case law that you do not get to hold the right of the defendant to remain silent against him, certainly not in front of a jury. And that is exactly what Binger decided to try to do, to no avail. And if that were the only bad thing Binger did today, maybe hashtag #disbarbinger would not be trending. I don't know if it trended, but Rekieta tried to get it trending and might have succeeded. But if that were the only thing that Binger did today that pushed the limits of ethics of prosecutors, that would have been enough, but it wasn't the only thing. Later on, Binger tried to get into evidence a line of questioning on a subject matter that the judge had basically already said not inclined to hear because of relevance, and so don't get into it. And it had to deal with the picture that Rittenhouse had taken at a bar after being released from jail on bond, and he was wearing a shirt that said "Free as FUCK." And apparently there was an in limine motion, or there was a prior motion to address the admissibility of that evidence. And the judge, although did not dismiss that motion, said, going to set it aside now, but with a strong inclination to not allow it.
I said I denied it, or I indicated a bias towards denial is what I did. Held it open with a bias towards denial. Why would you think that that made it okay for you without any advance notice to bring this matter before the jury?
Yes.
You are already.
Because my pants are currently wet.
Astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence.
Oh my God.
That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, well, I'll leave it at that.
And what did Binger try to do? He tried to present it before the jury without asking the permission of the judge first. And the judge did not like that whatsoever and let him have it. And it was the second time the judge in that day was letting Binger have it, because Binger had been pushing the bounds of ethics. And if he hadn't crossed the line, although the judge thinks he crossed it, he got very close more than once in one day. And if that had been all, then maybe #disbarbinger would not have been a trend or a hashtag to be trending on Twitter. Binger did it a third time. I think it was the third time. At one point, the judge says, I don't believe you.
Don't get into other subjects. Come on, what you're telling me, you're an experienced trial attorney, and you're telling me that when the judge says, I'm excluding this, you just to take it upon yourself to put it in because you think that you've found a way around it? Come on.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
True.
Come on, man.
On our three motions and other acts motions was there were some gradations there. That you were clear that something was happening, and you left the door open on other things. I saw that distinction.
Dismiss it.
Clearly, I know this is out.
not-
But you left the
shit.
door open on other things. So I didn't interpret your ruling as this is absolutely never coming in.
I didn't interpret.
I have practiced before you, Your Honor. I have filed other acts motions
He's
before
going-
you. Your practice
Prior good
burying
acts.
himself.
is to reserve ruling on those until you see the
Digging.
evidence. And I think you even said something to that effect at our motion
I
hearing.
undoubtedly did.
So I thought this is my good faith explanation to you.
No.
And if you want to yell at me, you can.
Good faith.
My good faith.
Oh, he's giving me admission.
So
you left the
condescending.
door open a little bit. Now we had something new, and I was going to probe it.
I don't believe
You
you.
came in with a wrecking ball.
Whoa.
There better not be another.
said it.
I'll take
I don't believe you.
advisement. and you can respond.
Wow.
Taking it under advisement. I
When
don't
you
believe
say
that
that
this
you
was
were
in
acting
good
in
faith.
good faith, I
Wow.
don't believe that. Okay.
So, big story is actually not that Rittenhouse testified, because ultimately his testimony was as good. It was better than you could possibly imagine and better than you could possibly expect from anybody under similar circumstances. The big story of the day was that he testified, but I think the bigger story of the day, #disbar Binger, because Binger was pushing all bounds, ethical and otherwise, and there are still people out there saying that Binger may very well have opened the door to a mistrial with prejudice. The judge came a half inch away from saying it himself and then stopped himself, but there are people thinking that that is in the works. There are others saying that mistrial with prejudice or not, Binger should be sanctioned, should be brought before the bar, should be disciplined. And arguably, and maybe not so arguably, for darn good reason, because Binger knew exactly what he was trying to do, doing indirectly what he was not allowed doing directly, and that is not allowed in law, that is not allowed in procedure, and he knew it was not allowed when he tried to do it. So that's the update. Rittenhouse day, I don't know, I think it's day 9 of the trial. What a day to watch. I was on with Ricada on his super stream with the super panel of lawyers talking about it. We'll be there again as this goes on, and it's scheduled to end Monday, but that is the highlight from the day that Rittenhouse testified. And the highlight is not that Rittenhouse testified and blew the trial, it's that Binger might have blown the trial. So with that said, if you like my videos, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video around. Winston, what do you say? You're chewing on your leash. He's chewing on his leash. He knows it. VivaBarnesLaw.locals.com. Content is on Rumble. Support links are in the pinned comment. More important than anything, take care of yourselves. Peace out. Peace out.
First of all, Your Honor, this was the subject of a motion. I'm well aware of that. And the court left the door open.
For me, not for you.
For me.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
My understanding of
You should have come and asked.
Oh my God.